What's good, y'all, man? We got Marvel's What If Episode 2 review and breakdown and the end of explain, meet T'Challa, you know what I'm saying? And then Star-Lords. But, yeah. So far on these two episodes, I watched one episode, was cool, whatever, type shit, cool, you know what I mean, type shit. You know what I mean? The other episode, cool, type shit. But the second one, I don't know, I'm the only one feeling the way though. I'm not feeling the same with this show. I'm not feeling the show like at all. The show cool, whatever, it's fire, but I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I saw like a half of it because I was sleepy as hell. You know what I'm saying? It starts at 1:50 now. It starts early now. At midnight if you stay up that late. Type shit. And then I watched half of it. I wanted to sleep. It's like I was tired, so I want to see it out. And I just got done watching it like right now as we speak. Around 12 type shit. Finish the whole thing. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it like. I was like, Loki, I was like, yeah, man, this shit, but I'm just like, it's fire, it's cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, is y'all feeling that type of way? Let me know in the comment below. Is y'all feeling that type of way, though, man? Loki was that, any episode was that shit. Y'all could tell my energy, though. Like, I was, like, into that shit. All the episodes, WandaVision, Captain Falcon, Loki, you know what I mean? This one is like, I'm into it, but I'm not really into the shit. Like, I'm gonna still watch it because it's Marvels though. I fuck with Marvels, but I don't know. I'm not feeling like that. Yeah, this shit hard as hell. I mean, it's fire though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm like the only one, feeling that shit. You know what I mean? I know some people feeling the same way. Like, this shit ain't it. I don't know. What if it's cool though? But I mean, if you dark deep Marvels fan, of course you're gonna like because you know me. If you like me. Like, you just, casually watching it. I mean, I watch Marvels all the way, but I don't know, this ain't it for me. But I'm gonna watch it though. It's fire though. The concept is fire, whatever. But it's just, I'm not feeling this shit though. I don't know why. I'm not. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, man, we about to see what his breakdowns and shit like that, and his reviews and shit like that. So yeah, leave a like to my channel, man. Let me know how y'all feel. Is y'all feeling, like me, or y'all feeling hyped up? Let me know in the comment below, man. But, yeah, let's get it.
Here we go with episode 2 of Marvel Studios' What If, the brand new MCU Disney Plus series that is off to a great start. Of course, we got episode 1 last week with What If Captain Carter were the first Avenger. Great episode. If you haven't already, go and check out my review and breakdown for that. But today, we are talking about episode 2, What If T'Challa were a Star-Lord? And also, just a quick side note there, I love how it's not just what if T'Challa were Star-Lord, what if he were a Star-Lord? Which is so perfect, and it's just like such a little
I like the concept, but it's just, I'm not feeling it. I don't know why. Like, it's cool,
just in the title of the episode, I don't know. And I just love it so much. In this episode, I love so much as well. Way better. I love the first episode. I think it was a great episode, but this one
was that shit got Marvel's Life.
The way it works is basically it's the plot of Captain America: The First Avenger, but with Peggy Carter as Captain Carter. But then you have this episode, which really just hits different because not only is it a completely new story here with new characters and at least new versions of these characters and all that stuff, but also on top of that is just a fun Guardians of the Galaxy story with also like vibes and mixes of Black Panther in there as well, which is honestly such a great combo that you never expect, but it works so well.
Yeah.
And then also, actually, one other thing is that this was like a really funny episode too. Like the comedy in this episode.
Now, I will say it was funny as hell. I will say that shit. I was cracking up. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was funny. I forgot what you said, but I think that blue dude. Nah, not blue. Nah, it was T'Challa. It was everybody. Everybody was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody. I ain't gonna say everybody, but some people was like hilarious. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Was amazing. That was honestly one of
that's Mars. The Mars always have comedy in they, movies and shows, whatever, what I'm saying. They always have comedy in it, so make it people more You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Highlights of the episode was just the comedy. It was so funny. There were so many references, so much cool stuff going on here. So, of course, guys, spoiler warning, if you have not yet seen episode 2 of Marvel What If, because we are going to go ahead and jump into this and break it down. Alright, so we start off the episode with, it's very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy, where we start off with Peter Quill in the temple on Morag trying to steal the orb. But this time, of course, it's T'Challa doing it. And automatically, you jump right into it with huge differences here. Like, first of all, the fact that in Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter was like, I'm Star-Lord. And Korath was like, who? And so, of course, that was like a really funny...
Then, like, he took the mask off. He like, hold on, who's that? He took the mask off. He said, you know who I am. He said, who? Oh, yeah, you on T'Challa. You know, you the king of, you know what I'm saying? Woo woo. He funny as that dude was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Part of that movie, and then we get the opposite of that here because Korath automatically recognizes T'Challa as, oh, it's Star-Lord. He's like the savior of the galaxy, and he's like this legendary outlaw. And that was just, again, so good and so cool to see. And we get some cool action sequences here. Korath was actually a really funny character in this episode. He didn't really do that much in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like that's the main. That was the main actor though. I'm like, damn, they ain't put him much on it. All they did was that one scene, that funny scene he did. You know what I'm saying? He just stupid as hell. But yeah, that was. I'm like, damn. I wonder what he was at.
But here, he had a pretty big role, and he was a really funny character. And he's like, oh yeah, I get to do some cool training with Star-Lord and all that stuff. And then, of course, T'Challa easily took them all down. Then Yondu showed up, and it was great. Things were going awesome. And then we get into our flashback, where we go back to Wakanda 1988. Which then, of course, shows us a young T'Challa leaving the border of Wakanda and getting abducted by Yondu and the Ravagers. Of course, they were sent there to get Peter Quill, but Kraglin messed it up and was like, hey, it's a human kid. I mean, he's got eyes and 2 ears, and yeah. So, they done messed up. But by the end of it, they're definitely glad that they did, because then we get into 20 years later, where we get into our main story of this episode. So the Ravagers and T'Challa, they're all on Contraxia, the home of the Ravagers, and they're just reminiscing on past battles. They mentioned something about battling Skrulls and all that cool stuff. And then they bring up, hey, T'Challa took down Thanos. And apparently, like, literally all it took was T'Challa just had a nice little conversation with Thanos and basically convinced him, like, yeah, I don't need to commit genocide and, you know, kill half the...
Yeah, how Thanos... I'm like, hold on, Thanos is good in this movie? I'm like, in this cartoon, you know, animation, I'm like... You know what I'm saying? Like, Thanos was bad, now he good and shit. I'm like, that's what Thanos around, though, man. Thanos, you know what I'm saying? Thanos ain't like that. But how they made what else? It could be anything, you know, type shit. So yeah.
Universe, let's find some other way to replenish the resources of the universe. And now Thanos is a good guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they changed around
of the Ravagers, and that was so cool. I mean, first of all, just to see Thanos back here and like a good guy, but also to see that, like, just so like how it was so easy to make him a good guy. Like, T'Challa just had to sit down and talk to him. So that was just really cool. But then we catch up with a couple other members of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, where we see Drax. He appears briefly here, where he's actually a bartender here on Contraxia. Turns out both his wife and his daughter are alive because, again, Thanos stopped his evil ways, and he never employed Ronin and never did any of that stuff. Nebula, she's blonde now. I mean, she still has, like, all the robot parts and everything. Yeah. And she, at this point in time, she still doesn't really trust her father, but she's blonde, and yeah, looks like we maybe even have a bit of a romance between T'Challa and Nebula. She keeps calling him Cha-Cha, which
yeah, they got a little something going on.
You know what?
They got a little something going on, man.
But she actually informs T'Challa of this crazy artifact called the Embers of Genesis, which, if they get their hands on it, could feed millions and basically end world hunger, or even multi-universe hunger, which would be a great thing. And again, just fits so well with this character of T'Challa, because that's a big thing. Like in Guardians of the Galaxy, like the Guardians and the Ravagers, they're all thieves. But this version, because T'Challa is the leader and he's like the core of this squad, he's basically changed their ideals to basically being a more so Robin Hood thing, where they steal from the rich and give to the poor, which I think was a really nice angle to take for this episode and with these characters. So anyway, they go to nowhere where they are going to take on Tantalor Tavon, aka the Collector, because he is the one that has his hands on the Embers of Genesis.
True.
And we see also that actually the Black Order, of course the children of Thanos that we saw in Avengers Infinity War, they're actually working as security for the Collector. So we see our team kind of split up. Some of them take on the Black Order, some of them go to actually get the Embers of Genesis. T'Challa is the main one going after them, and just like in Guardians of the Galaxy, we get these great Easter eggs and cameos. Within the Collector's collection, we get to see Cosmo the Space Dog. We saw a Dark Elf. When Howard the Duck popped up, he mentioned something about Cronins. And yeah, so again, just some great references and Easter eggs there. Howard the Duck and T'Challa actually team up to go find the Embers of Genesis, so that was another really cool thing. I mean, always great to see some more Seth Green as Howard the Duck in the MCU. That was great. And then meanwhile, we have our Ravagers. We have Korath, Kraglin, Taserface, and Thanos battling the Black Order. But then when we get back to T'Challa, he actually finds a Wakandan ship within the Collector's
I was like,
museum.
damn.
And inside the ship, he actually sees an AI message from his father, T'Chaka, saying that they're looking for his son, T'Challa, and they're never going to stop looking at all this stuff. And then he realizes, like, he was lied to, because Yondu told him that Wakanda was destroyed and he could never go back.
I thought it was for a minute. That made me believe it. I thought it was for a minute. I was like, hold on, his shit got destroyed for real? I'm like, damn. But then, the whole time, it was a lie, folks. I believed it, though. I did. Nah, you know what? Yeah, I believed it. But it was all a lie. They was all live and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker, man.
There. But then, plot twist, Nebula betrays them. They get thrown in.
I was like, huh? I'm like, yep, she's still the same. She's still the same old blank. Still the same old blank. But then she said them, you know, afterwards. But still, she's still the same blank.
In this prison cell. And then we get this nice convo between Yondu and T'Challa about, like, Yondu was trying to protect him and everything because he didn't want him to go back to Earth. He wanted him to stay with the Ravagers. And, you know, he's just taking on that really nice father-son relationship that we saw grow between Peter Quill and Yondu in the Guardians movies. But after this, we get our final battle, because turns out Nebula, this was actually the plan the whole time. She had a debt with the Collector, so she had to pretend to betray the Ravagers, but then she actually ends up rescuing them, and T'Challa goes after the Collector so that he can make it out of here successfully with the Embers of Genesis. So we get this cool battle between the Collector and T'Challa, and also just to see, like, this crazy ripped buff version of the Collector was really weird, but again, kind of makes sense that, like, because Thanos wasn't in power, that somebody else would take up that role. And another reason this battle was so cool is because the Collector has all of these various artifacts and weapons throughout his museum that he can use in this battle. Like, first of all, we see that he actually has a Cronin hand that he's using as, like, a punching boxing glove. And, of course, the Cronins are, like, the species of Korg. So that could literally be Korg's hand there that he is using to punch T'Challa. That is, like, poor Korg. He just lost his hand. And then also we see that he has, like, a full display of all these various weapons. We see Captain...
Yeah, I saw Captain America. I saw Thor. I'm like, man, there's a lot of reference in this bitch. You know what I mean? There's a lot of reference.
Captain America's shield. We see Mjolnir. Imagine if T'Challa actually grabbed it and turned out he was actually worthy. Oh, that would be such...
Oh, yeah, he had, Thor's, what's that girl name? I forgot her name, but he had that head and shit. Y'all send a picture of right now, but you got a head that, you know, I forgot what's her name.
An awesome moment. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but again, that'd be really cool. And then he whips out Hela's crown.
Yeah,
Hela from
Hela's,
Thor
yeah.
Ragnarok. He whips out her crown and her necro sword to battle T'Challa. It was really cool. He had him on the ropes, and then Yondu showed up. Of course, you got the dynamic duo of Ravagers now saving the day, taking down the Collector, and they are then able to escape with the Embers of Genesis. So, mission success. They did a great job. But now that T'Challa knows that Wakanda still is out there, they decide to return to Wakanda. Not just T'Challa, but both the Ravagers and T'Challa return to Wakanda. They meet T'Chaka, they meet Shuri, Okoye, all the Wakandans that we know from the Black Panther movies. And yeah, it was a great moment just seeing all these characters like Yondu and Thanos and characters like that in Wakanda talking to the Wakandans was awesome. And also just to get that happy ending with T'Challa finally getting
everybody
with his people, but also his new family also being a part of that as well. I think that was really cool. And then we actually do kind of get a cool cliffhanger. I don't know if it's really setting up anything, but we do pop up with some 80s music.
Ain't lie, man. We got a lot of cliffhangers though. We got cliffhangers for the first one, the episode 1. They got another cliffhanger for episode 2. Now I don't know if they're gonna continue these cliffhangers. They probably just do them just to do them, and then move to the next one. I don't know. I really don't know, but yeah, it's a lot.
We got Peter Quill. Now that he was not abducted by Yondu as a kid, he grew up to be a janitor at Dairy Queen, of course, and his father, Ego, he was actually voiced by Kurt Russell in this episode, shows up, and I love how even the Watcher says, like, alright, the world's gonna end now, but so that was awesome, and this could be setting up for something later down the line, because we do know that this version of T'Challa Star-Lord is going to be returning. I think he's in 4 episodes of this season.
Oh yeah, I forgot he is going to return, so they might continue back again. I forgot some of these players, some of these characters might come back, so yeah.
So we're definitely going to be seeing more of him, but I'm not sure if this whole Ego thing is going to tie into that or not. But that was the episode, and of course at the end it does say dedicated to Chadwick Boseman, and I think this was just
I like that, man. I like that.
The perfect dedication to Chadwick Boseman, because this whole episode, seeing T'Challa as Star-Lord, is not only a great way to demonstrate the kindness and the pureness and just like the heart of T'Challa, but also those same factors of Chadwick Boseman, and demonstrates how Chadwick Boseman was just such a great guy, and it was reflected so much in his performance here and in his portrayal of his character of T'Challa. And again, I love that. You know, when it was first announced that, like, alright, Chadwick Boseman's last appearance in the MCU is as T'Challa as Star-Lord, I was like, oh man, I wish it was Black Panther. But honestly, I think this is maybe even more perfect, because you get to see the character in a different light, but he's still got those same ideals. He's still got those things that we love about this character, and so I just love that here. And again, the character is going to be appearing in I think at least 4 other episodes of the season, because we are getting some crossovers here towards the end with the Guardians of the Multiverse, so I'm excited to see that. But yeah, another great episode, definitely my favorite so far. I absolutely loved it. Next week's episode, I'm not completely sure what it's about. It's supposedly some sort of like Avengers murder mystery. Loki's involved there. So we definitely got some interesting stuff going on there, but I'm super excited for that. Guys, I love this episode. Cannot wait for episode 3. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about Marvel Studios' What If episode 2? What if T'Challa were a Star-Lord? And of course, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on.
This is what I want on tape. Soleil not smiling.
As a teenager, I carried a camera with me everywhere I went.
But yeah, it's cool though. I like it, but like I told you in the beginning, I'm not really feeling it. But I'm gonna still watch it. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? It's fire. But like I said, you know, y'all know it in the beginning and shit. But hey, let me know what y'all think about the breakdown and the review. Let me know in the comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the ending, you know what I'm saying, and the cliffhanger. If you didn't watch it, go ahead and watch it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, you know what I mean? You know, I ain't forcing y'all motherfuckers. But yeah, leave a like to my channel. Hit the bell if you're new. Any thoughts and questions, man, let me know in the comment down below how y'all feel, man. But yeah, I'm out. And yeah, I love all of y'all, boys and girls. But yeah, peace.